Hi, this is Sally, and today is day 77 of my weight loss journey. So, today is Sunday, and I'm going into my 12th week, the last week of my weight loss journey in terms of the vlogging, but I'll be continuing because I haven't hit my target yet. So, it's quite interesting to note how I'm behaving in the last 3 days, including today. So, today was I vaguely followed my food schedule, which is one carb meal. And then I was supposed to have yogurt, but I didn't have that because I had a birthday cake. My mom's birthday was yesterday, so we had cake that was left over from yesterday for this morning's breakfast. So anyway, basically what happened is that I ate like as if I wasn't on a weight loss, right? So let me just track you what happened, and let me try to examine my own psychology, and maybe you can learn from it, or maybe if this happens to you, you know what to do in order to recover. So what happened was last few days I had a 3-day detox, quite intensive, and it was great because I broke through, my 62 kg and 61 kg barrier, so to speak, and I reached my lightest at 61.15, I think. That was about the second day of the detox. And then so after the 3 days detox, I ate like normal, but not on a weight loss schedule, because I just wanted to enjoy myself because I was pretty intense about the detox usually. So I decided to, hey, I'm gonna enjoy myself, and even if I put on weight, I know what to do, to get it off. So initially, after the third day and then back to the normal days, I tried to keep, but I did, anyway, that didn't happen. So today was my third day of eating whatever I like. And the bad news is that at my lightest today, I was at 63.25, around that. And then I just had my dinner, and also I'm quite heavy now. And just before the video I took my weight, and I was at 64.2, right? So this means that I'm like back as per normal before I did my detox about 6 days ago. Okay, so what did I learn from this? I learned about the power of snacking, unhealthy snacking, right? So I had salted egg fish skin, I had my prawn rolls, and then it was all little stuff, right? It was just little snacks here and there. And I started doing that because I ran out of tangerines. Okay, it's just an excuse, right? Which also reminds me, next week I need to have healthy snacks on hand, and usually I'll have like my bananas, my tangerines, my grapes, any sort of fruits is possible. Yeah, so and what was really interesting is that it was just 2 days of rather intensive snacking, meaning I don't really have it like a meal, but then I just had it a little bit very regularly, right? Intensive in that sense. And immediately I put on weight. Yeah, so it's quite interesting. And what I noticed also during my weight loss journey, I was very intentional about the food I ate, right? So I didn't snack at all, and even when I did, let me rephrase that. I know that snacking is inevitable, but I didn't snack hardly ever on the unhealthy snacks. So I actually didn't have my favorite snack, which is the salted egg fish skin. I didn't have caffeine. I didn't have my prawn roll right after Chinese New Year. I didn't have any of that at all until today. So or these 2 days. So yeah, I didn't have any of that, and it really made a difference. I think the snacking and the non-snacking, and if I can't not snack, I really need to have healthy fruits on hand. So just snacking alone just put on the weight. I do feel the difference in my body, because when I was doing my detox, and I was drinking lots of juices, so I wasn't really feeling hungry, but wasn't really that emotionally satisfied, but I was okay, you know. It didn't felt torturous or anything like that, just a bit grumpy. But then I could really feel my tummy go down. I really felt lighter. Then yesterday was my mom's birthday, and even before that I was having my ramen and just normal meals, right, that I usually have. And then because it was a celebration, so I had more, because actually I'm a foodie, kind of. So so I just enjoyed myself, right? And then I did feel different. Of course, I felt really full. It was a happy yet uncomfortable kind of feeling. Yeah, and I felt heavier. Like, even though it was like 2 kg, but I could really feel the difference. So yeah, so I don't really feel like, I'm not beating myself up over it. I'm like, okay, you know, this is what happens when you're not disciplined. Yeah, and it's actually a comfort to know that I can just get it off again pretty easy in a short span of time. Yeah, and so what I decided to do is to do another detox tomorrow, or at least, you know, a semi-detox. But I'm going to share more maybe tomorrow about what I do. I'm not sure whether I want to do an intensive one or just a semi one, with more emphasis on diet. And I think the great thing is, once you learn how to do a detox and the food you're supposed to eat, right, you can choose to do it at different levels of intensity, whatever suits you better. Because at the end of the day, what I find really useful sometimes is that when I do a detox that's pretty lengthy, like 7 days or 14 days, and then after that I scale back down in terms of the supplements, it's pretty easy to scale down, because you put yourself, so if you're at this level, and that's like your normal level, you know, to actually like go slowly up, it may be take quite a long time. But if you want to feel motivated, you put yourself up this, you know, just intensive, but at a manageable period, right? So 7 days or 14 days, and then it'll be quite depending on how many times you did it before. Usually the first or second time might be, first time is actually one of the easiest, because you're feeling motivated, you're feeling excited about doing it. But then sometimes, you know, by the third or fourth time, you may feel like, oh, I'm just doing it again, and then you may start cutting corners, or I did cut corners, and then but after that, when I started to know exactly what to do, right, it's easier. Your body also gets into a habit of actually doing a detox fairly regularly. So for me now, when I do an intensive detox like this, and then to scale back down for detox, you know, like this is fine. Or like what I did this last 3 days when I went crazy because of the celebrations and all that. And I don't know whether the being at home and being bored and having things to eat, right, did kind of play a part. So even though I went like crazy and just like went all the way down, but it's fine, right, because I can go up, scale up again, and then work back downwards a little, because I did it before, right, and I was successful doing it before. So I think it's great. Like you know, you take like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, but you know how to progress. As long as I'm progressing, I'm fine with it. And I think it's not a matter of yo-yo, because the reason why I think yo-yo dieting comes about is because it's not a lifestyle change. And I think at our age, meaning late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, 40s onwards, right, it's a mindful lifestyle change, and you need to make it permanent. And that's the only way you can keep your weight off. I mean, there's no shortcuts to it. There is no one-time program and then I back to my normal, you know, like even this 3 days, if I'm back to my old self, it comes back again, right? But I think emotionally, I know how to deal with it now that I know the steps. So yeah, so that's why, you know, in my final week, I'm going to do a semi-detox, and hopefully I can at least get back down to 61.15 at my lightest, or even better yet, I hope to break the 60 barrier and go down to 60 point something. So I want to end the 12th week saying that, hey, I lost 9 kg, right? Yeah, and then continuing that, I'll do a weekly vlog until I hit my 15 kg. So yeah, so this is my sharing for today, and I'll see you in the next video.